Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about Christian Dior, or just Dior as most people call it. Dior is a famous French luxury fashion brand started in 1946 by the designer Christian Dior. Its main office is in Paris and it's known around the world for being elegant, high quality and very prestigious. Dior creates and sells many luxury items like high fashion clothes, everyday designer wear, leather bags, makeup, perfume and accessories. They have stores in over 70 countries, which shows how big and successful the brand is. Now, let's talk about one of Dior's more iconic products, the Lady Dior handbag. It was first made in 1985 and became very popular when Princess Diana started using it. Since then, it's become one of Dior's most important bags. The design keep it classic looks, like the special carnage stitching, but they always add new colors, materials and custom options. The Lady Dior bags shows what the brand stands for: elegance, exclusivity and heritage. Dior is also a great example when we talk about customer loyalty. Why? Because it is a luxury brand and that's mean building a long-term relationship with customers are very important. Luxury customers don't want a nice product, they also want personal attention, an emotional connection and an amazing shopping experience from beginning to end. So Dior always has to stay creative and find ways to keep their customer happy and coming back. Now, let's see how Dior does this. They use few smart strategies. First, customer value analysis to understand what customer really want. Second, proactive complaint handling. They solve problems quickly to keep trust. Third, feedback system. They listen to what customers say and make changes. 4. Internal customer focus. They train their staff to give top service. And 5. Quality function deployment, a method that turns customer needs into better product and service design. By using all these tools, Dior doesn't just sell products, it builds strong emotion loyalty with its customers even across generations. Now, I'm going to talk about the customer retention strategies of a world-famous luxury fashion brand, Dior. In the luxury fashion world, keeping customers is not just about making them happy, it's about creating a special experience that makes them feel connected to the brand. Dior does this very well. They mix tradition, new ideas and personal service to build strong relationships with their customers. A great example of this is the Lady Dior handbag. Since it came out in 1995, it has become a symbol of elegance and luxury, and it also shows how Dior works to keep their customers loyal. One of the main tools Dior use is called Customer Value Analysis, or CVA. This helps Dior understand what their customers really care about. For the Lady Dior bag, people love the quality, the craftsmanship, the feeling of exclusivity and the emotional story behind it, especially its connection to Princess Diana. To learn what customers want, Dior use in-store chat, online feedback, and special VIP events. One result of this feedback is the My ABC Dior service. This lets customers add charms and initials to their Lady Dior bags. That kind of personal touch makes the bag more meaningful and makes people want to stick with Dior instead of switching to other brands. Dior also listens to new trends in customer behavior. For example, younger customers today want smaller and more versatile bags, so Dior creates micro and mini versions of Lady Dior, keeping the same classic design but making it better for modern lifestyle. By doing this, Dior shows customers, we hear you and we care. There is a powerful way to keep them coming back. Another smart approach is Dior use is QFD, or Quality Function Deployment. This is just a fancy way of saying we take what customers want and we put it directly into our product and services. For example, some customers say they want bags are most practical but still look luxurious, so Dior made changes like adding removable crossbody straps, using lighter materials, and updating the inside of the bag to make it more useful. But they still keep the famous carnage stitching and elegant shape. This shows that Dior listen and then acts on what they heard. QDF is not just for products. Dior also use it in their boutiques. When you walk into a Dior store, everything is planned. the smell, the way staff treat you, and how the products are arranged. All of it is designed to make you feel like you're part of something special. This luxury experience makes people want to come back, not just for the product, but for the whole feeling. Dior is also focuses a lot on personal relationships. They don't have a point-based loyalty program like some brands do. Instead, they use something called clienteling. Dior's client advisor remember their customer preference. They offer personal recommendations, private invites, and even chances to visit Dior's fashion show or atelier in Paris. These special touches make customers feel valued and important. This creates emotional loyalty, which is more powerful than any discount or reward. So to sum it up, Dior keep it customer by understanding what they value, changing with their needs, giving personal service, and offering luxury experience that make people feel special. These smart strategies have helped Dior to stay strong for decades, and it builds deep loyalty with customers all over the world. Next, I'm gonna talk about how Dior keep its customers loyal through the famous Lady Dior handbag. We'll look at what Dior is doing well, where it can do better, and some ideas to improve customer retention in the future. First, let's look at Dior's strengths. Dior understands what luxury customers care about, things like high quality, timeless design, feeling special, and a strong emotional connection. One great example of this is the My ABC Dior service. It let people customize their Lady Dior bags with charms and initials. This makes the bag more personal and encourages people to buy again. Another strong point is Dior's clienteling approach. They have special staff called client advisors who work closely with important customers. They give personal service, invite them to private events, and share new collection early. This builds a strong emotional bond, which is very important in luxury fashion. Dior also uses QFD, which means they turn customer wants into real product features. For example, they made a mini and micro version of Lady Dior, added crossbody straps, and used lighter materials. These changes make the bag more practical without losing the elegant style. Now, let's look at some weaknesses. First, many of Dior's special services are only for VIPs. If you're a new or mid-level customers, you might not get the same attention. This can make it harder for Dior to build loyalty with a wide group of customers. Second, the online experience is not as personal as it is in store. Some customers may feel disappointed if they shop online but don't get the same hype and service. This is a problem especially for younger shoppers who love digital experience. Another issue is that Dior doesn't have a strong system for collecting feedback. Right now, they mostly rely on casual conversation or social media comments. Without a proper feedback system, Dior could miss out on important ideas and customer concern. So, what can Dior do better? First, Dior could create a loyalty or membership program for all levels of customers. Even simple rewards like early access to product, styling tips, or birthday message could help make new customers feel more connected and want to come back. Second, Dior should improve their digital service. They could use AI tools for personalized suggestions, offer virtual styling help, and keep customer profiles connected across online and store platforms. This would give customers the same great experience everywhere. Third, Dior should set up a proper feedback system. This could include short surveys, quick online forms, or even follow-up messages after a purchases. By doing this, Dior can be better understand what people like and what they don't. Dior is already doing a great job with things like personalization, quality, and emotional connection, especially for VIP clients. But with a few smart changes like opening up services to more customers, making the digital experience stronger, and listening more closely to the feedback, Dior can build even more loyalty and keep leading in the future fashion. So, in conclusion, Dior is a great example of how a luxury brand can keep customers loyal. They do this by focusing on what customers truly value, giving personalized service, listening to feedback, and creating a strong emotional connection with their clients. The Lady Dior handbag shows how Dior mixes heritage, style, and innovation to stay connected with both old and new customers. Even though Dior does many things well, there is still room to grow, especially by reaching more than just VIP customers, making the online experience better, and collecting customer feedback in a more structured way. By improving these areas, Dior can make sure its customers stay happy, loyal, proud to be part of the Dior family. That's all from me. Thank you for watching and listening.